The time that we live in today is one of the best times to be alive for people, right? I'm doing a little bit of research. And do you know that 51% of college graduates are underemployed? Okay. I believe I just read that 41 to 43% of New Yorkers are under, and I mean, excuse me, that's the unemployment rate, are unemployed, period. This is one of the best times to be alive because working for an employer, having an employer, is not the only way for those who are unemployed, who want a job, who complain about not being able to get a job, anything like that. That's not the only way for you to acquire money and for you to do work. Okay? We were all born with gifts, skills, innate gifts and skills. And when you go to these institutions, they're just regurgitating a lot of the same information and things that we can learn, gain, teach, whatever, to one another. Okay? And if you combine your innate skills along with skills that you've picked up, structure, strategy that you've picked up from these institutions, if you went into the institution and on some real shit, even for the dudes that did time for like selling drugs and shit and was really getting money like that, y'all already ran a business. You get what I'm saying? The only thing is, shit is no longer illegal, you know? This is the best time to be alive for individuals if we all tap into our innate skills and abilities. By me sharing this with you right now, this is me tapping into mine. I love pouring into people, but mainly because I know what I'm capable of, and I'm like, shit, if I done overcame some shit, not only overcame some shit, if I done made shit happen or whatever, like, I'm not the only person that could do this. And because I interact with people, I barter services and whatnot with people. I I just interact with people. I see what people are capable of, like when I used to vend and shit like that. And then to see some of these same people with skills that other people need, skills, products, services, whatever. And then to hear them complain about money or just not being so happy or saying how they wish for certain things, like, this is the best time to be alive right now. The unemployment rate is up. So if people are not employed by these employers, what are you doing with your time? Like, what else are you doing with your time? Yeah, it can be a bit scary to put yourself out there for the first time or whatever. And we all start off as beginners someplace. But if you got a skill, if you learned, you know, something in school, in college, and you are not putting your college degree to use just because somebody else is not supplying you a job, you are the fucking job. What I'm learning more and more for myself is I don't have to just be one thing. I preached it for so long to where I kept feeling like I needed to do and be one thing, whereas it's like, motherfucker, I'm skilled. Like, I know a lot of shit. This mind, look, the fucking birds are agreeing with me. Thank you, spirit. But I'm multifaceted. There are many things that I am great at. I help people in many ways. And because I know that I possess what it is that I possess, because I know that the Creator just gave me the ability to constantly be interested in learning things. And it's not for me to really progress in a way in life, like for me to find ways to only make money. Like, I just love learning new shit, but not even about me, about everyone else. There have to be some things that you are interested in, that you are great at, that other people come to you for. You get what I'm saying? That just come to you naturally, that could be considered a service because other people are getting paid for it. What is that thing for you? Whatever that thing is for you, put a price on it. If this is how we exchange right now, and if you run across a person that can't really afford what it is that you have to offer, barter. Like, barter. The bartering system was the biggest form of currency at one time. I wish that I would stay on top of statistics when I read great stuff like that. But in other countries, rice, certain foods, greens, services, who made clothes, who did here. I said this shit sometime last year. I started a bartering network, and only one person came out. I don't care about it in that way. You get what I'm saying? But just to say, we all possess a skill, a service, a product, whatever, something else that somebody else needs. And just because some of the bullshit, that they are claiming, like, oh, there was some type of hold on employment in specific fields and whatnot, they do that shit intentionally. But keep in mind that an employer is not the only way for you to bring in, and I'm not only going to say money, the things that you need. Okay? Supers in buildings that have management companies, they receive, a very small fee, but they get to live. You get what I'm saying? Like, just to throw that out there. You have a skill, a gift, a service, a product that you're great at making, whatever, that the next person needs. This is the best time to be alive right now, because there are so many of us, who just have that fire in us to be like, I don't want to necessarily work for a corporation in a sense. Figure out what your thing is that the next person needs, because we all have something.